Hello, everyone. My name is Jason, and I'm going to be one of the TAs for Medical Physics 651. So welcome to the course. And the purpose of this video is going to be to provide you with a set of step-by-step instructions for installing the VirtualBox and virtual machine software that you're going to need for the labs if you're a Windows user, that is, if you have a Windows PC. So I'm the TA with a Windows PC, and so I have installed and tested this software on my Windows laptop. And so if you have a Windows PC that you're going to be using for the course, you're going to want to watch the rest of this video, as well as take a look at the PowerPoint instructions that I've also uploaded onto Canvas, telling you exactly how to install the software you're going to need for the labs in the course. So just to get started, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what we're going to do, and then I'm going to actually show you how to do it. So just to start off with, here are the basic requirements you're going to need. You need to have at least Windows 7. Now, I have Windows 10, and so if you have Windows 10, a Windows 10 PC at hand, I recommend that because we have tested this software fully for Windows 10. I actually haven't tested it for Windows 7, but you need at least Windows 7. You're going to need at least 8 gigabytes of RAM, okay? And you're going to need at least 25 or so gigabytes of disk space, probably a little more even. And basically, these minimum requirements will allow you to install and run the software effectively on your PC. If you don't have any of these specifications, please let us know, and we'll definitely work with you. All right, so to get started, the very first step here is we're going to download and install what we call a VirtualBox, and that's done with this link right here that I have on screen. And then here are some screenshots for the two buttons you're going to click on, a download button and then a Windows button. And so I'm going to then show you how to do that here. So if we click on this link, we come to the VirtualBox website. You're going to click this big blue button, download VirtualBox 6.1. When you click on it, you're going to come to the second page that has the different installation packages specific to your operating system. And so I'm on a Windows PC, and so I'm going to click this Windows button, Windows hosts right here. And when you click on that, it's going to have you choose where you want to install the VirtualBox. And so you do that, and you move on to step 2. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to do it again. But that's step 1. That'll take a couple minutes. Once that's installed, you can move on to step 2. So step 2 is to download the actual class virtual machine where we're going to have all of the programs that you're going to be using in the lab. And so this is a very large file, over 25 gigabytes. And so this is going to take some time. With my internet speed, which is about 50 megabits per second, it took over an hour. And so the virtual machine is found at this link right here. So we're going to click on it. And it's on so you can see it's on a Google Drive. And here's the download button right here. You should see it's called Neuroimaging Methods. And when you click on that, you'll get this little download button. You click on the download button and download anyway. This is just a warning about scanning for viruses, download anyway. And when you do that, again, you're going to be given a box where you can navigate to where you want to store the virtual machine. So this is a very large file. You need at least 25 gigabytes of space. I actually didn't have 25 gigabytes of space on my hard drive, and so I used my external hard drive. So I went to D here. And again, I've already installed this, so I'm not going to make you sit through this. But this will take about a while. This will take a while, excuse me. It could take an hour, over an hour, depending on your internet speed. But just download it, and you should be able to move on to the next step. All right. So the third step is we're actually going to import the virtual machine that you just downloaded into the VirtualBox. And so the way we're going to do that is we're going to open our, so before I show you that, this is just, these screenshots here are just an overview of the buttons that you're going to click to make this happen once you're inside VirtualBox. So I want to start by opening VirtualBox. So I installed VirtualBox right in my start menu. So here it is. Click on it. And that's going to open VirtualBox. And then you're going to go to File, Import Appliance. Okay, so File, Import Appliance. And when you click that Import Appliance button, you're going to come to this navigation screen that's going to have you select where your virtual machine is. And so now you're just going to click this little folder icon here, and you're going to navigate to wherever your virtual machine that you just downloaded was installed. And again, I had that on my external hard drive here. And you're gonna specifically import this .ova file. That's the file that you have to import into VirtualBox. So wherever you installed your virtual machine, inside that folder, you should see this neuroimagingmethods.ova file. That's the file you're going to import, and you're going to click Open. And once you do this, then you're just going to click Return or Enter here. If you can scroll down, and once you do this, this will take a few minutes, but the virtual machine is going to be loaded into your VirtualBox, and then you're going to be able to actually start it. And once it's loaded in, it'll look like this. So here's the Neuroimaging Methods virtual machine. You see it's powered off right now. I'm just going to click Start. Okay, and this is going to just to orient you with the PowerPoint. After we've imported the virtual machine, step 4 is to start the virtual machine. So here's an overview of what things are going to look like. There's a Start button. Once you import the machine, there's a Neuroimaging Methods icon that you click, and then you log in with your username and password. And then so to give you an idea of what that looks like, I'm going to click Start. And this will take a few minutes. I don't have the fastest setup currently, so I think some of these times are going to vary depending on your computer speed, your internet speed, etc. Okay, and we can see the virtual machine is now loaded and started. And so we're just going to click this Neuroimaging Methods icon here, and it's going to let us log in. The first time you do this, it's going to ask for a username and password. I've done this several times, and so the username is already saved. So I have a password here that I have to log in. Currently, my password is 651, which I have indicated on the PowerPoint. I believe you'll be using the same username and password. And the username is Neuro. But if you're not, use whatever username and password you've been given. So I'm just going to type 651, the password, and click Enter. And you'll see now that I log in to my virtual machine. All right, there we go. And so we're in. So that's the basic setup. Now, And again, this is just the overview of the last step, kind of showing you everything I did in summary form. Now, one warning here is some of you PC users who try this might get the following error message pictured here on the left when you try that last step. That is when you try to import, and excuse me, when you try to start the virtual machine. And basically what's going on here is if you get this error message, it means that your PC has this setting called virtualization disabled by default within your BIOS settings, okay? And so you actually have to change that setting within your BIOS settings. If you don't know how to do that, I've provided a link here at the top that gives you step-by-step instructions with screenshots on how to do that. It takes less than 5 minutes. It's a little scary because you're altering the BIOS settings on your computer, but it's very easy to do and very, very, very quick to check that it's worked. And so again, you need this virtualization setting enabled to view a virtual machine and use VirtualBox. And so this link lets you do that. So I'm going to quickly click on this link just to give you an idea of what's there. And again, it's very self-explanatory. There's this little introduction here showing you what the error message looks like. By the way, you might not get the exact same text in this error message. There's a whole class of error messages related to this problem, but they're all related to this virtualization setting being disabled. And so this explains the nature of the problem. And you can see here step-by-step instructions on Windows 10 for how to deal with this. Okay, and this is kind of the key point when you're going to restart in a way that's going to let you access your BIOS settings through this troubleshoot option here. And you're going to enable virtualization here and restart your computer again. And very simply, come back to open up your VirtualBox, start your virtual machine again, and make sure that you can log in and actually see the virtual machine. If you have any issues with this step or any issues at all with anything that we've talked about during this video, please email me. So here's my email address. And in addition to emailing me, you can also contact any of the professors or TAs for the course through the Canvas course website, as well as myself on there as well. And yeah, just let us know if you have any questions or any issues. Otherwise, good luck with the class and welcome to Medical Physics 651. Thank you.